Hi, thanks for tuning into the Imagination Economy. We shot a bunch of videos when we were down at South by Southwest, and we want you to watch them. We saw a bunch of startups from Canada and the United States. We met some really interesting researchers, and we did some interviews with them. If you don't know what South by Southwest is, it's this huge conference that takes place in Austin. There's big concerts that take place. There's large exhibits taking place in the exhibit hall. There's great panel talks, and there's a lot of networking, and just a lot of fun is had. It combines technology, film, and music all in 1 week in Austin, and it's a fantastic experience. And here's some of the interviews that we shot. Okay, so we're here at South by Southwest, and I'm here with Adam, and he's you're with a company that's originally based out of the UK. Tell me about your company and what it does.
Sure. So we launched in the UK in 2008, and what we do is we crowdfund independent winemakers. So our customers together put their money together, and we literally buy the grapes, the barrels, and everything from winemakers that can't afford to make wines on their own.
So whereabouts are you located now? Do you have an office in the UK? Where else do you have offices?
So we have an office in Norwich in the UK. That's our main office. And then we have an office in Napa, California, right in the heart of wine country. And then we also have an office we launched in July of last year in Sydney in Australia.
And so you have this crowdfunding community, I guess. How many people are currently active in your community?
We have 150,000 of them. So that gives us $4 million a month. And we take that $4 million a month and we literally find winemakers that want to start a project on their own and make wines on their own. Most of them have been making wines for big companies for years and have never had the capital to do it themselves, so our customers do it.
So you've been rolling for over 4 years now. How'd you guys get started?
So it's a good story. Our CEO and founder, Rowan Gormley, he actually worked alongside Richard Branson and started up Virgin Financial Services in the UK, and then left Virgin Financial, sold that, actually moved on to do Virgin Wines. And he started the Virgin Wine Company. Left that and then said, you know what, I want to really change the wine industry and give it a swift kick in the ass, and let's do something different that nobody else does. And that's where NakedWines came. So
you got started, you said you got 90 people now. Early days, was there an investment round? Was it self-funded?
It was self-funded. So literally 15 of the original employees from Virgin all quit their jobs at the same time and left to start a company that they didn't even have a business model or capital to start.
So is your head office the one in the UK?
Yeah, it is. It is in Norwich.
Do you spend a lot of time there?
No, I've gone. I spent about a month there, and then we go about once a year.
Okay. So where's your office?
In Napa, downtown Napa, California.
So is there a lot going on in the tech industry in Napa?
There isn't, but being so close to the Bay Area, we're about 45 minutes from the Bay Area, so we do get that influx from the Bay Area, and we go back and forth.
What do you think the Bay Area or Napa or sort of that Central California area? What are they doing really well?
That's a really good question. I'm not really sure. I mean, Napa to an extent isn't really doing very well in the tech community at all. I mean, we're really like the kind of outlier in the wine industry, and then we're the outlier in being tech in Napa. But I think the Bay Area has done a good job, obviously, attracting companies like Google and Facebook and all that. And everyone's kind of, gone to that area. But I feel like Austin's pulling people away. And we're also getting that bug. We're like, maybe we should be out here in Austin.
So what do you get? I mean, I love Austin too. What's the vibe that you're getting out of Austin that really is pulling you here?
It's very collaborative. I get much more of a collaborative vibe. Like there's competition, but it's very collaborative competition. It's like we all want to do better together. I really like that.
So what does the Valley and the Bay Area suck at?
What they really suck at? I know what the wine industry really sucks at, and I can tell you that, but
well, what does the wine industry suck at?
The wine industry sucks at doing new things and innovative things, and stop screwing consumers. And that's really why we're a disruptive business model. I mean, when you buy wine, you're paying really twice as much as you should be paying for it. So we're kind of not perceived so well from the traditional wine companies, which is okay. We want to be disruptive. We want to change the game. I think the Bay Area does actually a really good job about disrupting companies. You got the Spotifys and all that, but. Yeah, what do they do really poorly? I don't think there is enough networking and collaboration.
So how important, it sounds like an amazing story. All these people are bailing on Virgin. They're going to go change the world and make cheap wine, or not make cheap wine, but sell cheaper wine or more affordable wine. How important do you think to the seeds of your company was creativity and imagination?
It's 100% of our business. We have a lot more creative people than we have people that do stuff, which it can be tough sometimes because everyone has ideas and nothing ever gets done. But luckily, we've started to hire more people that actually you need to get this project done before we move on to the next project. But we are a hugely creative and innovative company, and what we do really well is we do a lot of multivariate testing, A/B testing, everything we do, we're like, you know what, let's test it. If it works, if you have an idea, let's test it. If it works, let's do it. If it doesn't, let's try something else. So use the data rather than sit around and put your finger out in the air and make assumptions. That's what I really love about the environment, because we can actually just make data-driven decisions by being creative.
Have you ever been to Canada?
Yeah, I have actually.
Where have you been?
My aunt used to live in Mississauga, so I used to spend my summers in Mississauga. That's pretty much, I mean, I've been to Montreal. When I lived in New York, we used to drive up there, But yeah, Mississauga, I used to spend my summers there.
Where do you think is Canada's smartest city?
Well, I know British Columbia. I think British Columbia is very metropolitan in that sense, and I've heard there is a lot of technology being brought into there. But like, I used to work a lot closely with Radiant 6, which based in the middle of nowhere in Newfoundland, or where I think New Brunswick. That's it. Yeah. So they're coming out. I think with Canada, I've had a lot of experience working with a lot of social agencies in my previous role, and a lot of them are coming out of Canada. There's a lot of R&D and like research and development and really, really interesting, really smart businesses coming out of Canada. Pulling together like you have here, clouds, and being able to aggregate content and figure out what conversations are happening, and yeah.
Cool. Enjoy South by Southwest. Have fun, man.
So we hope you enjoyed that interview. We're from Victoria, British Columbia. We call it the Imagination Economy because our city's made up of great creative people that are doing cool stuff. Come by and visit sometime, have some craft beer, check out some live music, or join a tech company. It's a great place. We put a URL down below, theimaginationeconomy.com. Check us out, and thanks for watching.